Okay, we're back. We this is the day after New Year's, this New January 2nd. We had our we had our New Year's thing. I was flying back from Detroit. But hey, the market, went up a little bit and you know, uh, and what can you say? What can you say? Went up a little bit and we're trying to move this train. Okay, so let's I tell you what. Take a look at it. Let's share our screen. First of all, let's look at two. I want to look at something real quick, and because I don't have that many so far this year, but I want to look at this GEVO stock. It's rather this, it's not a lot of about $2, dollar and something, but it can do some damage. It's 85. It says trading 85% below the estimated fair value. Earnings forecast go 56% a year. So I'm gonna keep that on my. I picked that up. But I had it before, and it just didn't do anything. And so let's look at this one just to real briefly, and then we're gonna get out of this thing. See, it started off two something, then went down. So you it haven't taken hold. The last day is $3. I mean, down 3 cents, then a year 29%. People can't sustain that. Something that's going on here. And what is it doing? If you think about that, um, more detail operates a company. It's one of those fuels, geo fuels, motor fuel. And well, it's like fuels, a little bit like fuel cells, being so we'll see. Let's go back to the company view. And it's like I said, it's 85% below its estimated value. So it should be according to um, company view, and it should be about $14. So if I bought 1,000 of them right now, that's $2,000 trying to get to $14 fair value. Okay, but it might. So I might have 300 of them, but I'm not going to put a lot of, gee, it's right at the top of the food chain, and but I'm not going to put a lot of money on this one right now because this goes back and forth. But it's what oil is in that oil and gas. Um, Look at that, it's 56 analyst future growth compared to the rest of the energy. So it's a clean energy. That's the key. Is it's just don't have good management people. I think when I went up there, that guy sounded like he didn't have it all together. So why would I invest a lot of money in these guys? Past performance, see the past performance will tell you the story. Financial health is, I think it's the debt level, the ratio is satisfactory, but they got to reduce debt. It's almost like plug. It's a stock like plug, but a little different. You can see they don't give dividends and in the management structure. When you get to management, this guy right here is not a good CEO. He's not to me. That's why I stick him. Compensation for this guy getting $3 million, and I don't see why he's not doing it. He get on these shows, he turned me off. Experience management, the guy experience management, but you can see, folks are selling, insiders are selling. You got general public, you got institutions. Yeah, institutions like Plug, they buying a lot of them, but they general public own most of them. And see, you got BlackRock and Vanguard, and they got a lot of, like Plug. These guys, clean energy is, it should be higher than what it is. But when you got management that don't know what they're doing, you get what you get. You get a product like that. It's not, you got Goldman Sachs, all of them got, they're in here, but you know, one day it might take off. These guys they oil and gas refinery, they in that business, but they got 122 employees or yeah, 122 employees, and they out of Eagle, Colorado. So maybe the government making them put money in there, but these guys don't know the management structure, don't know what they're doing. So let's reshare our screen because I don't have that many. This is going to be a quick one. I don't have that much. and we don't have that much so far. But what I can do, especially this Geo, this one right here, I'm going to go ahead and get about 300 shares. I'm going to buy another 200 shares because I like that one, but it just haven't taken hold. But in Trump market, it might, but it's a clean gas, you know. Yeah, I just put a little money on it, and just yeah, and let's see what happens in the future. But I like that one. I liked it before, but it just wasn't moving. It just like that was a couple of years ago. And they still not moving that. They haven't moved that far. It was like $1 and something then. But it should be around, around $10, $15 a share. So I'm gonna leave that one alone. GovOx is GovOx. Yeah, I up GovOx to, you know, 300 shares. Even if I get a thousand shares, just say if I go up in and get 1,000 share, 700 more shares, they get ready to reverse split anyway. You know, even you get that, let's see what happens in the future. You know, let's see if I can see that's only 140 some dollars. Yeah, that's okay. Okay, let's see what happens in the future. GovOx is one of those. Remember I started, I just took it out because it would they when they reverse, you don't know when they're gonna do it. They got to do it probably within a couple of months. So I was gonna hedge my bet, but I still you can't. And they did their all public offering. They raised their money and they went back up to 20. I had about what 20 some thousand. I could have made a good $10,000 easy on them, but I didn't. I took it out like a stupid idiot, and that's not good. NVDA goes back and forth. It stays around 188, 190, and then you just have to deal with it. Um, plug is plug. And you have a MD. What is it? I got 10 of AMD. You know, you know, you look at what is the P plat Palatar. I like to see what they're starting to do because I took them out too. Uh, Palatar is still like one. They went down to 180, 168. Wow. Just think they were 190. They were about 180 something. And they went all, it was up, they were almost 190. Now they back down to 168. Are they at their low? Maybe, maybe not. But you can't, 168 is a good price because they are teaming with. So I go buy about 10 more and see if they can get back up to at least to 180. They've up by now about $10 something, but that's a good stop. You know, let's see if we make a little money. See if they get back up at least until 180. They get up to 180, you made a little money, and then just take them out. I got 10 of them. People say they too high, but they were about this morning. They was about 190. Then you got AMD is going to be AMD. AMD is giving NVIDIA a run for their money, but NVIDIA is still the top of the line. All the rest of these plug and robotics and these are I'm expecting these to start generating some revenue. This one right here is really that was about one point it went all the way up to $6, $7, $5 and $6 a share. Now it's down to 40. It's down 30. I got it at 36. Now it's back up to 50. It got a low float too. So when they get some good news, this thing gonna fly as well as VXRT. That's that COVID gummy. They still doing their research, but that should be about $15 a share. And that's in OTC. They dropped out. They went out. They went OTC. So I don't have many in here. But like I say, you got Polytar going down. I might buy some more. If it goes down to more, I might buy some more because I know Polytar gonna get it's gonna do what it do. You can't beat that. You know, but that's not a lot of money. Polytar. Um, you just got to hang in. That's a good stock. It's gonna be up there. It's gonna surpass a lot of these folks. But they keep getting caught. They just got a contract with L3. And then GVVO got 300. So we'll see what happens. CG, that's that cannabis stock. And then you got AMD. So I got some good runners. I'm still this one right here. I'm keeping my eyes on this one right here. Because I don't want this. I better get at least 10,000 more of this. Let me get 10,000 more of that. I'm just gonna take my chances on this particular one. Okay. Okay, I take my chances on this particular one because this one is worth it. Okay. This is one of they still in research. That's why I'm going back and forth. I mean, you got that 4 cents. It was 6 cents. Now it's back down. It's almost 4 cents, but it's 5 cents. So it's almost right there at the edge. But if you go down 3 cents, I might have to get some more. This one is the motorcycle, AI motorcycle. Anytime a guy put 1.9 some billion-dollar on there, I said it's almost ready. Once it starts selling, it's gonna sell. Well, if you got I got about 20,000 shares on this thing. It's only $1,000 right now. I'm losing a little bit of money, but that can really be a game changer. That one right there. But we gonna find out, whether that's gonna be a game changer or not. And if you want me to send you any information about that one, that has got some good reviews. But the OTC stock that they were on and now they went public, and then they didn't do too well, so they decided came under $1, and they decided to stay there and say we're gonna I guess we're gonna let it go for now. But they're gonna be able to pump that thing up and get it over $1 uh, in the near future. You better believe it. So this is the year. I think this is the year they're gonna really do some damage. But right now, we got the winners today is definitely is going to be NVDA again. AMD is a close second, but all the rest is starting to bubble up, you know, and that's a good thing. Starting to bubble up for you. And we gonna leave that alone. We got about a minute, uh, I got about 29K in the market, but that's okay. I'm going to keep my seed in the ground. Um, I changed some other people's stuff around, and but GovOx is really did good. I kept it at I bought it for somebody else, account, and they looked at the account and they say they got a little bit of it. They ain't got as much as I do. They got about 300 of them. But so they're not making that much money, but they will. I think I bought it 11 cents with them, 11 to 12 cents. So it's 4 o'clock and we're gonna leave that alone. So we're gonna stop sharing. God bless you, God keep you, God cause faith to shine on you and give you peace now and forever in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, sleep on.